Behind me is the hottest Golf ever. This is the VW GTI Roadster. What's the story behind this incredible vehicle? We'll tell you all about it with Thomas Nadegefühl in 4K, full screen, full length. Let's go! While modern EVs often go into a very round direction, this VW design language here is still really angular. The typical GTI badge right here, and the color is Gran Turismo Red. Why? I'll soon tell you more about it. It's extremely flat and also extremely low. It's just 1 meter or 40 inches in height. That's of course really incredible and really stressing the width of this vehicle. The lamps here inside really small, and here you can see also some carbon fiber as the front spoiler. I always wanted to do this. 4.16 meters or 164 inches is the length. Wheels in 20-inch with this open spoke design. And I really love this lighting feature here at the side with the GTI badge illuminated. Once again, you can see how low it is. Therefore, we also needed a shooting location which has no ramp at all, that you can really put this car in very, very flatly. It is basically putting a VW Golf on a Formula 1 track. This is the styling of this vehicle. What I find very interesting is this light idea here. We see that in the side mirrors for turning indicators, but why not using it as an additional light? Of course, lighting regulations worldwide are often a very critical thing. Here at the side we have these fake air intakes, but they're also carried out in this honeycomb scheme, also typical for the GTI. Well, and you don't need any cooling right here because the engine is in the front. It's not possible to open the engine hood here, but I can tell you it's a 3-liter V6 with 500 horsepower. 3.6 seconds is the acceleration figure to 1 kilometers an hour or 62 miles an hour. Yeah, the car is also greeting us. It is done with all-wheel drive and a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. So when it's raining outside, it's no problem. You can find safe shelter here under this huge rear wing indeed. And what a dramatic styling right here. Would you like to see such a vehicle here in series production? Then tell me in the comments. And top speed is more than 300 kilometers an hour or more than 190 miles per hour. I would say, let's listen to that thing. Whoa, I didn't expect that. That is really amazing. True race car indeed. Look at that rear perspective. So in a time where it's more about practicability and stuff and things that maybe are not that much fun, we also wanted to bring you something brutal design-wise. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Look at also this huge diffuser style in the lower part, again with a nice LED accentuation. Now the doors. Press here, come a little bit towards you, and then you can open them like this. Wow, really cool with the gas struts in here. And this is the way you close them again. And there you can see the steering wheel. Yeah, we've seen it recently with the Tesla Yoke, for example, or also the new Lexus steer-by-wire system. It is basically a Formula 1 racing steering wheel, and everything is covered in Alcantara and Dynamica. So the two microfiber companies. These are real racing seatbelts here, for example, that you're really caged in. The question is, do you have any comfort left? Wow, I mean, it's not that uncomfortable, actually. You're really caged in. The microfiber is quite cozy, and wow, what a feeling. Of course, you would just wear a helmet, basically, because this windshield isn't doing too much effect when you say, like, you're running 300 kilometers an hour, 190 miles per hour, and you have a good grip here to the steering wheel, cool shifting pedals, then you have start-stop button here. You also can switch the driving modes at the steering wheel. And what is the background story of this vehicle? Recently, we had brought you the Phaeton D2, or the Phaeton, as we say in Germany. This was the luxury sedan that was planned, actually, but then the project was cancelled. And you really loved to see this project, and a lot of you actually wished that VW had built this one. And the funny thing is, both the Phaeton D2 and this one here, the Golf GTI Roadster, they were built in 2014. Would you have guessed that this is a car from 2014? So almost 10 years old when we shoot this video here at this moment. Incredible. I think as it stands here right now, you could put it on a motor show and everyone would say, like, wow, this is a cool new concept, right? Of course, nowadays you probably would have made it all electric, and you can also achieve even better performance numbers. And the special development story of this vehicle is that it was firstly planned for the Gran Turismo racing game. And then actually the real car was developed. So first there was the digital version, and then Volkswagen said, hey, let's make it real and show this one here on the GTI Wörthersee-Treffen in Austria. So that's a very special development story indeed. And you can see how the digital and the analog world can actually play together in a way. So fans really love this GTI, and I mean, as it stands here today, it could be very well used for a next racing game once again, or also in reality. So will this ever be serious production? No, this was another project they buried, but I wanted to know from you guys, was it a good decision, or should they have really gone into this roadster segment with this vehicle? Tell me in the comments. And maybe also, are there certain elements that needed to be carried out for serious production cars nowadays? One thing that is happening at VW at the moment, that they want to take back some of the ideas from the most recent cars and want to more go into an old school direction again, for example with physical buttons, not using aero wheels anymore. They want to become a little bit more angular, more German, and more back to the roots again. And of course, we will follow this development for you, for example, also with their all new electric vehicles to come up very soon.